Hi everyone.
How you doing? Barry here.
And it's Jay.
And we are from Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
So unfortunately this isn't our we're not live with you this evening. We are currently pre-engaged with other commitments, which we completely forgot about on Wednesday when we said, well, we'll see you on Sunday. So we've gone ahead and we've gone and pre-recorded this video for you. So you get it's obviously gone live at exactly the same time as we would do, so you won't miss out on your crafty evening with us.
Yes, so thank you for joining us. If it's your first time on our channel, we are independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. Do add the host code. The current host code can be found on our website, mitosocrafts.com, and you'll get an extra handmade thank you from us the following month. Saying that as well, if you do want to pop in a comment on the comments below of the video, you'll be put into the random draw on our next live stream, which is going to be on Wednesday. Yeah. On Wednesday, to win the card that Barry will be creating.
Yes. So everything's going to carry on as normal. We won't be doing a live drawing now, so you still have plenty of time to get your comments in to be able to win this card. So go back and find, what was it, Wednesdays.
We'll put the link in the description as well.
Have a little look at that and comment, and so you can still enter this one if you haven't done so already. And yeah, please pop your comments in down below as well to win tonight's card, which we will be doing on Wednesday. So it's going to be lots of draws on Wednesday.
Yes.
So yeah, get your comments in. You've got plenty of time to do it. But yeah, we wanted to come to you. We still wanted to bring a video to you, but obviously, unfortunately, it's not live. But we'll be monitoring if we can.
Yes.
So good.
Cool. Yes. Thank you so much again, and we'll crack on, shall we?
We will. Excellent. Let's turn you around.
Thank you.
Okay, so the stamp set which we're going to be using this evening is, again, the Curvy Christmas stamp set, along with the Curvy Dies. So these lovely dies, which you've got here. This stamp set is actually from the, what's it called?
Quite Curvy.
Quite Curvy stamp set, which is in the new mini catalogue, but it is actually available for you to purchase now. So Jay's just getting that for me, if he can find it wherever I've put it.
Where did you put it?
I've got no idea where I've put it.
I'll show you in a minute.
For the life of me, I can't remember where I put it. I struggle to remember where I put this one here, and I was the one who tidied it away. But anyway, so yeah, so you can get hold of this one here. So the Curvy Dies and the Quite Curvy stamp set, which is this one right here. But the Curvy Christmas is available, obviously, until the new catalogue goes live. So if you want to still get hold of this, you still have time to purchase it. Product number is 155364. And then you can get your hands on this one here with the dies, and you can start creating, or if you haven't done the Christmas cards already, you can get your Christmas cards done or get it ready for next year. It's a lovely stamp set as well, because the dies will be carrying over at least until June of next year. Here we go, Quite Curvy. So this is this stamp set. So we've used this a few times already, and Jay's done a few examples on the website using this one here. Really, really lovely stamp set. I'm really, really enjoying playing with this one. So that's what we are doing tonight.
Oh, we forgot to feed them.
No, I fed them.
Oh, okay, because they're just waiting.
Okay. We're recording this quite late of an evening, and
all three of them.
All three of the cats are awake, because if they would normally be, I think we've confused them by doing a live video. What time is it? It's 22 minutes past midnight. I think we confused them. So, because they're all awake, they're normally saying, "Oh, they're doing a video. It's feeding time." It's not feeding time.
Sorry, baby.
So yeah, let's crack on then. So I'm going to make 2 cards, and I've done a lot of the preparations for this. So what you're going to need is, you will need a card base, and I've even written this down here tonight. So in centimetres and in inches.
Well done.
I know. I know Joe would tell me off if I didn't. So it's 21 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres and score it at 10.5, or that is 4 1/8 by 8 1/4 and score it at 4 1/8 to give you your inches. Okay, I've got a mat which is 9.9 by 9.9 centimeters, or 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Jay's laughing at me.
I'm just like, why did you put it back?
I don't know why I did it back to front. Whatever I'm going to do is wrong. So 9.9 centimeters by 7.6 centimeters, or 3 7/8 by 3 inches. And I've got a bit of glitter. So this is a balmy blue glitter card paper, which is, let's do it in centimeters first, which is 12.5 centimeters by 5 centimeters, and that there is approximately 2 inches by 5 inches. It's bigger than you actually need. It's just so that we can manipulate it to make sure that we've got the curve correct. Okay. Maybe you can keep an eye on this as well to make sure I stay in frame, because we're that'd be a good idea. So that means Jay's got to stand up all evening then.
I'll just supervise you and annoy you.
Yes. Okay, so
You're wobbly.
what am I doing first? I am going to be doing some cutting. So we're going to pop all of this to one side and that one there. So we're taking a smaller piece which we got, and we're going to take the dotty curve, and we're going to cut this out. So we're just going to basically, all we're going to do is we're going to grab the sookie.
Does it matter where your cut line is?
No, not really. It doesn't matter where the cut line is on this one, because as long as you get it in the centre. So I would say you position it in the centre, because we're using both sides. So we want to go in, and we just want to position that so that we've got a nice curve. I would say even, roughly even top and bottom. Okay, and then just pop your cutting plate in over the top, and then we run it through the sookie.
We should do it so it meows when you finish die cutting.
No, it's not. Oh, sorry, very wobbly tonight. No. And there we go, we have our first part done. So we're going to keep the first card relatively simple, and then we're going to step it up a little bit on the second card. So I'm just going to make sure I've got rid of all of my holes are poked out. Krista, sorry if you're watching. That's for you. All right, so we've got our 2 pieces like this. I'm going to be using the lovely star stamp set for this one, and what I want to do is I want to grab myself some balmy blue ink, and I want to ink this up.
Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap. It's a big one, so it needs more tapping. And I'm just going to now stamp this so that it follows that curve. And I'm going to do this on that one, like that. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the top one. Put that to one side. And follow that curve. And there we go. So that's those 2 pieces like that. Pop my on first, thought I'd just put my finger in it. And that's that part done. Okay, what I need to do now is I need to actually grab my glitter card, and I need to do some die cutting as well on this one. So first things first, I do need to remove all of these little see, I should have got Jay to work,
Yeah,
shouldn't
you
I?
should have done it.
I should have
I'm just stood here looking at you.
just get rid of all
Maybe
of those.
we need the whatchamacallit?
The brush.
The brush end.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yes.
we did that, don't we? You do the attachment tool for this, so you can
Yeah.
then do the brush end. So oh, maybe that's going on our next list. I completely forgot about that. So we're going to do exactly the same, and I'm going to try and I'm going to cut this in half with the sookie once more. So bring that over. Bring over my cutting plates. And cut this. So again, try and do it roughly about the same again. So it's approximately, try and get it so it's roughly halfway through like you did. Now you're going to have more card than you actually need here, but I found it was just easier to have a little bit too much than it was too little. Just so you've got a little bit of wiggle room. And there we go.
Shall I poke it out?
You can, yeah, now that I don't need it anymore.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. So there we go.
Well, for next time. Look, you can do shaker cards.
No, we're not saving all of that. Not at all. All right, so that's that one. I'll just get rid of all of those.
Yeah, it's mostly on there. It's hardly on this one. That's my contribution anyway.
Get rid of that. And I will then just poke out the one which I can't get rid of. There. 2. Good. So what we are going to do first is we are going to now match these curves up with this this part here. So say you've got the excess at both sides, but that's just so you can manipulate it and make sure you can tweak it. Because if I took it to the side there and then I cut it wrong, then it's going to be, the curve is going to go wrong. So
unless you want that
unless
look.
you want that look, yeah. So if you want to do that, then it doesn't really matter. You can cut it to what you want, and then you can have uneven curves. So it doesn't really matter. But for this one, I wanted the curves to flow with each other. Okay, so I'm going to position it there. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to grab myself some, where is it?
What you need.
The seal. There we go. Thank you. So I'm going to use the my Stampin' Seal Plus, if I can open it. It's so plus, I can't even open it.
It's brand new, is it? Or have you used it before?
I'm sure I've used it. I've opened it.
Opened it. Tommy, no, you sit down.
Here we go. If you see a cat jump on the table at the moment, Tommy is perching by the side of me going, so I'm going to get on there. So Stampin' Seal Plus, and all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put some of this plus
Tommy, come
on this on the Glimmer Paper, just a little bit there, and then I can then position that where it needs to be. And then stick down. Okay, we'll worry about these excess parts in a moment. We can tweak if we need to, but yeah, that's that one. And we're going to do exactly the same for the bottom part. So I know roughly that that's going to go, so I can now position where I want my plus to go. And then position that. Where is it? It's there, isn't it? I think is the...
Tommy's looking at you. It's like, what are you doing? Hey.
I've got Tommy sat. He's just sat by the chair right by the side of me. So there we go. So that's given that enough adhesion right there. We will be putting some glue on the back once we stick it down, which will then just finalise that. We can put a little bit of glue along the seam just to give it more of a permanent stick later on. But that's that first part done. What we can do, you can either get, if you want to get your scissors, you can take your scissors and then you can now snip up your Glimmer paper and take off those parts right here. Okay. And just follow the line down like that. Or if you want to, you can bring in your trimmer. Now we know that this was whatever the measurement was, which was 10 and no 3 and 7/8. So I can take it to that just a little bit over that, and then we can take that off there. Bring it down to the bottom part in your trimmer. measure it up to your 3 7/8 again here. Just a little bit past it. And then bring your blade down. And that's how you do it. So if you don't want to use your scissors, if you're scared about getting a straight line, you just want to cut it off with your trimmer. Just measure it up to whatever this piece is right here. So there's 2 ways of cutting that for you. So that's the first one. And then what we want to do is we just want to stick these now onto our layer, which we got, our mat. And we're just going to stick these down, flat down onto the card. So this is quite user friendly. This is postage friendly.
Cool. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying yourself. And all current Stampin' products are available from our online shop, and the links will be in the description below as well.
Good. Yeah, so remember, we will be giving this card away, but we won't be doing it tonight. So if you want to win this card...
What is that? What are you writing?
I don't know what I'm writing. It's a secret help message. Help me if you can read glue.
You're a glue reader, are you?
It's my new language, glue. So there we go. So that's that part. Okay, so this card nearly done now. So we are going to take the sentiments, and I'm going to take Memento.
What sentiment are you doing?
And I'm using May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. Okay, and that then fits perfectly inside that curve.
Wibbly wobbly.
So in Memento, we will then position that. Can I come down a little bit lower so I can get my head in? Position that in the centre, and down we go.
Wow.
And that's that part.
Very tight.
It is, yeah. I've not given you much playroom, so if you do want a little bit more playroom, you obviously that paper which we've got the stars cut on. Remember, it was 3 inches. So if you want a bigger gap, cut it down to say 2 3/4, and then that would increase that gap in the middle here. So if that is too tight for you, just cut it down, make it smaller. That sounds odd. If you want to,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I guess you could always trim the Whisper White. So if you want the bigger glimmer paper to show, you can trim that so then it matches the actual layer.
You could do.
Yeah.
And then to finish this first card off, so like I say, really, really simple. To finish this first card off, we would then just stick this to I don't know, but I do that squiggle on every card. I do. And then that's going to go on like that. So a nice, simple card. And really, I didn't really need to use glue either. I could have used my Stampin' seal throughout all of this. So it's a really, really simple card to do. A little bit of die cutting obviously is needed, but that's good. Card number 1 done.
Yes.
So I'm going to do card number 2. And it's very similar, so it's the same dimensions as what you need to do. So I've already gone ahead and I've gone and pre-cut and pre-prepared this one. So I've got my card base, so it's exactly the same measurements as the first one. So I will recap if I know where I put my measurements.
I can move it.
No, I can't recap because I don't know where I put my measurements.
It's probably on here. Look.
Oh, there it is there. So in centimeters, so remember the card base was 21 by 10.5, score it at 10.5. We need a mat, which is 9.9. We need, by 9.9, we need a layer, which is 9.9 by 7.6, and some glitter paper, which was 12.5 by 5. Okay, and there we've got it in inches, 4 1/8 by 8 1/4, score it at 4 1/8. Your mats, it's 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. The layer is 3 7/8 by 3, and the glitter is 2 by 5. Okay, so I've already got those parts done here, and I've gone ahead and I've already gone and cut my curve on both of these. Okay, so I just need to work out how I'm going to do this. So I can go ahead and I can stick the bottom one down, because I'm not going to be doing any, oh no, yes I can. I can go ahead and I will stick the bottom one down. So I'm going to roughly see what position I need it in to get an even edge. Then I roughly know what side I'm going to be popping my Stampin' seal on. Okay, and then stick that on again.
Is there a particular reason why you do it on the balmy, not at the back of the white? Or
I think the only reason I'm doing it on the balmy is because I'm a bit balmy, I think, because it would actually probably be easier to do it the other way around, wouldn't it?
I think it's probably because you look at where the curve is, and then I'm guessing you kind of like gauge where it is.
Yeah,
on the end.
I am. I don't think there's any. Yeah, I think I'm just making it harder than it really needs to be. I suppose it's so I don't go down onto this too much, and then I stick to the table. It's just on the part which I want to be stuck. So my way is okay.
Yeah,
I'm not balmy.
I just wanted to. Some people might be thinking, why is he doing that?
Yeah,
like I was.
So yeah, so that's why I did that on the balmy blue. He's put me off again. So that's that. We can go ahead and we can cut that part off there. And the same thing over here. That's that one there. So I'm going to go ahead and just tidy up some of those edges, just to push them down a little bit. There we go. So that's the first part. So that will be going on the bottom part, like right here. Second one is going to be this one here, but what I need to do first is I want to do some heat embossing. So can I actually have the chamois, please, Jake? Because I need to clean these stamps. And what I might need you to do is actually unplug the heat to unplug it into the actual the plug closer for me. So I'm just going to clean that because that had black on it to start off with. I'll do the same for this because I'm going to be using both of these again tonight. So I've got my embossing stuff here. I'm going to prepare my piece of paper with the embossing buddy or talcum powder, corn flour, whatever it is you've got, which you use to anti-static, whatever. No, that doesn't make sense either, does it?
That's like a double negative, right?
Basically, get rid of any greasy marks from a bit of paper. Thank you very much. So even though we're not live with you, this is how we craft most of the time. Okay, so that's that one. Got my Versamark, and I am gonna ink up.
I think Suki's getting a bit.
Suki's getting a bit agitated. Yeah, the cat's normally fast asleep at this time in the morning. But they're all wide awake. We're in for a sleepless night tonight. Okay, and I'm just going to now do that, and I'm going to follow that curve. Okay. That's that one. And what I'm going to do is I've popped the 3 stars on here. So I've got one snowflake and 2 stars. And I'm going to do the same. And I'm just going to do those in the top right hand corner.
Maybe just bring it up closer to the camera. The stamp on the block, I mean. Just to show what stamp.
Oh, okay. Those ones there.
Yeah.
All right. And you can see now, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see the watermark, which is there. All right. So I've got my bit of scrap paper underneath. I'm going to take my silver embossing powder.
Oh, you got it.
And just cover it up.
Who's there? Don't blow it, tap it. You're blowing away fine powder. That could be going back into the pot.
It's fine. So we've done that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat set this. It's just going to get a bit noisy now. There we go. There's the first part done. Just pay attention. I've just realised, just pay attention to your positioning and you make sure that you get it in perfectly. I'm very tight this side here. So just be aware of that when you're doing your own one. Okay. And then what we can do is we can then stick that part to the glimmer paper. So the same thing, I'm going to do this upside down because it's a bit easier for me to see it. So
Can I suggest something?
you can suggest something.
If you, to align it, sorry, can I have it? If you actually butt it in together, find the holes.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you can feel it, and then obviously lay it down and then just go down. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. How frustrating is that?
But and then take note of it. But then obviously.
But the problem is that.
Well, no, my idea was so you know, and you can like mark where the edge of the whisper white is to, depending on your balmy blue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll stick my way.
Okay, well.
I've done it now. There we go. And then we will stick that down like that. And we will then snip this off like we did the first one. There we go. So 2 parts done. So that's that one and that one right here. All right. So what I want to do is I want to can I have that pencil out from there, please? What I want to do is I'm going to line this up with my mats, and then I'm just going to take it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to draw a bit of a line there for that one, and I'm going to do the same for the bottom part. Take it down a fraction so that when I stick these back in, the line is going to get covered up, so it's not an issue. This basically is going to now help me with my positioning for my stamp set for the next part. Okay.
Oh, stamping.
Stamping, yes. So I'm creating that so I know where my channel is basically. So I've got to give myself a line on my paper. I'm going to take my stars once again, and I'm going to nice and inky. Prep my paper like I normally do. And then we will then stamp that between those lines. And I just remember I haven't put my scrap paper down, but luckily it's not too much of an issue because I haven't, it's just Versamark. So that's given me a watermark in there. I think you can just about catch that there. So that's good. Some scrap paper. Grab your silver powder again and pop that on. And then pop this away. And then we do the same thing, we will heat set this one right here. And there you have it. So you've got that part there, nice and shiny now. So I'm going to grab, I will do that part afterwards. So I'm going to grab these ones here now, and I'm going to now pop some dimensionals on the back of this here. Thank you. And then we will then stick this onto the card. Actually, I'm going to do the top part because Jay's going to come in a moment. He's going to tie it. Well, he's going to tie a bow around that bottom half.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
So we're just going to do the top part first. I can pop the dimensionals on the bottom part, but then Jay's going to then. So we'll put some dimensionals just in the middle there. Okay. Well,
Take a picture. Okay.
I can't do it. It's easier for me to do my fingers. Jay said that saying, why are you using your fingers and not using the take your pick tool? But you know what? I find it really cack-handed if I...
Pierce it.
That's it. It doesn't. I can't do it. I use my fingernails. Thank you very much. Okay, so then we're just going to then line this up with the top part, like we did. And that pencil line which we popped in there has now been covered over, so it's not an issue. And the same thing will happen for the bottom part. So we can then just push that down firmly. I will pop some dimensionals on the bottom of this one here. And then we get Jay to finish off with the ribbon. Let's do one more. And there we go. And then we're going to stick that to the bottom like so. But before I do that, I'm just going to take my, I've got the Balmy Blue blender pen here. Stampin blend. I knew I got it wrong then because the blender pen is a completely different thing. And I'm just going to, you want to be careful when doing the alcohol pens with your metallic embossing powder. So I'm just literally kind of like dabbing it. I'm not colouring it too much, and I'm letting it bleed into it. And I'm just carefully just going to colour these stars in.
So you're trying not to go over.
Try not to go over, yeah, not going over, because the alcohol in the pens will react potentially with it.
Can you just show that?
Yeah, I will do. So I'm just going to go over that again. So I'm just going to use, I found the brush end was a little bit easier to dab in.
Yeah, it's got a finer point, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and this colour, if you go over it, you can even use dark colour, but balmy blue is the colour I wanted it to match. So just go over it a couple of times, it would just intensify that down. And there I've just gone and coloured those in like that, but I've tried not to go over the embossing powder too much because it will react to it, and I've known it to, I think, wipe it away if you go over it too much. So you just kind of want to dab it into it and you'll be fine. Just be careful when doing that. All right, so Jay's going to come in now, wrap a ribbon or wrap a bow around this, and then finish this card off for us.
Yes, okay.
Nah.
Finish it? I thought you just want me to do the ribbon.
Well, the ribbon is the finishing part.
No, you still have to put it on. Hello. Right, I don't actually know. No, I don't. So we're gonna use the twine from Flowers for Every Season. So this is the baker's twine. There's a gingham and a white ribbon in the pack. So it comes in a 3-pack. And we're gonna just do a cheat one. So we're gonna wrap that at the bottom first. Yeah? Did you want it twice?
I've done it twice.
So double up.
Yeah.
Okay. Double up. Yes, sir.
Go with whatever you want.
I will need... What did you use there? Tape or glue?
I didn't. I just tied it in a knot. Actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do it my way?
You can do it your way.
So yeah, so I'm just gonna add Terran tape. I'll do it here. And then wrap it around. Again, I probably should have not taken that off, but oh well. So wrap it. And I'm kind of like trying to aim it where that is. Or just more at the bottom. So either you can go all the way up to save up 2 inches of your baker's twine, or just go all the way down there. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is just make sure that that's straight line, and I'm just gonna so you can either use a mini glue dot, create your bow like so, and then mini glue dot it there, or tie it in like this. What's up, Mini? Yeah, it's normally around this time she goes. She follows me normally, or Tommy normally follows me. So I've tied a knot, and then we're just gonna do 2 loops in like so, and then create our bow. And then a bit zhuzh it up. Well, make it look pretty. Is that alright, Barry?
That looks lovely.
Okay.
Hey, Minnie.
Cut that off, and then we can do, and then just add that on. See, if you put it on the table, because you were holding it up, it's not actually holding anything.
No, fingernails.
Or you don't want any more there.
Possibly. I didn't want to put it in the middle there because I didn't know
You
where
didn't know. Yeah,
where
that's.
the ribbon
I
was gonna
thought
go.
I thought that's why. So if you want to just you can add a bit more. I'm stuck now. There we go. Go. And just in case, because sometimes that can be, I'm just gonna add one there just to keep that up, because I did put a bit of, what you call that? Terran tape, sticky tape there. So lining it up on the bottom edge and the sides as well. I think that's fine.
It is now.
It is. There we go. And then to finish up, we have the Whisper White thick card base. Burnish that fold. And I'm just gonna use multi-purpose liquid glue. Tommy's currently sat next. He's been sat next to Barry all this time.
Wow, yeah.
Whilst I was stood up.
Well, I stood up as well.
I didn't say you weren't. I meant Tommy had the chair. There we go. And you could always turn it over and then just caress the back. To finish it off. Look at the mess you've created.
There we go.
And there we go. So that is the second card using the Curvy Christmas
and the Curvy Dies
with some silver embossing. I love that silver embossing.
Yeah. So steps out. So it's quite a clean and simple card, but you just added another layer to it. So there's the first one, which was just stamping and just using the glitter. I think it was lovely. So you've got two very simple cards. Other things which you can do as well. So that's what we already did. So that was another version without a bow. That one right there. Okay. And then you've got another one which is using seaside spray, which is that one there.
And that's on vellum, right?
Yeah, so it's actually the same as this one here, but I stamped this one is on the center part is actually on some vellum and then stuck onto it, so to create a little bit of a bridge. So it might be worthwhile. On this one I didn't actually use a backing paper, so I would say do exactly the same as you did for this one here, and then you would pop a vellum layer in the center part right there. And that's how it just diffused it a little bit, so it stood out.
And probably like a white layer underneath that would make it
pop a little bit more. So I might have another go at that one there, and yeah. So you pop a white layer underneath that. That would make that pop even more.
Cool. Well
there
done.
You go.
So yes. So thank you very much for joining us. If you have enjoyed the video, this evening, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and do pop in a comment to be entered into the random draw on our next live stream.
To win one of these cards, or if not both of them, I'm not sure what we're doing. Definitely one of them. We've got lots of draws to do on Wednesday, so get your comments in.
Yes.
So good. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if you want to purchase anything you've seen us using, you can do. Links to our online shop can be found down below in the description. Obviously, if you're interested in Christmas, the 9th of December is around about the cut-off time for Christmas delivery. They still can't guarantee Christmas delivery because who knows with COVID at the moment, everything's a little bit all over the place. But they're saying to us, get your orders in before the 9th of December. And it should. The chances of it arriving in time is greater than ordering afterwards.
Yeah.
So if you use the 9th of December as your cut-off time, then you could still got time to get this in time for Christmas. So good. All right.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And we will see you again on Wednesday evening live at 7 o'clock.
Are you sure?
Yes. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
See you later.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.